Bum, 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 How much you bench nowadays? I don't know. I think I've been doing reps of 70 kg for almost slipped out. Yeah, it's all good. I think I've been doing reps of like 70 kg for like sets of 12, like 6 to 8 sets of 12. I think, yeah, 70 kg for like sets of 12, like 6 to 8 sets of 12. I never really like go too like crazy hard or like strain too much on it and stuff like that. 70 kg, not 70 pounds. And then I'm going to slowly up it, every few weeks. 100 kg minimum. Yeah, I could rep 100k minimum. Like I could rep 100k when I was 16 years old. But it's not about like repping one weight. You know what I mean? I just go like high reps, low weight. So I don't ever get injured. I get a workout in. I get a sweat in the morning as well. And yeah, that's what I've been doing anyway. And I get some good response out of it for my muscle as well. So I do about eight. I think I'm at 8 sets of 12 reps of 70 kg now. So I'm going to up it soon. I'm going to go up to 75, then I'll go to 80. I don't want to be able to lift the weight if I can't lift it loads. You know what I'm saying, chap? I don't want to do that. I don't want to be able to lift the weight if I can't lift it loads. I want to be able to get a workout in. I'm not in business of how many times can I do this 3 reps of this weight. You know what I mean? That's not a workout to me. I'm trying to kick up a sweat in the morning. You know? I don't need to learn about all this shit that all you frail little boys need to learn about. I'm different. If I do anything in the gym remotely, I'll gain a crazy muscle mass. I don't need to listen to your range of motion, time under tension, fucking do this many reps. I'll do what I want and my body will react. I could do push-ups and sit-ups and get yoked. We are not the same. Stop lecturing me. That happens every time. Jesus. You're going to plateau. You need to switch up the reps and the weight. Okay. Jesus Christ, man. I'm just slowly getting up. You know what I mean? I don't want to go too crazy where I'm, I don't need to do. Just let me. Next week, I'm going to be at 75. Then I'm going to get to 80. Then I'm going to get to 85. Then 90. And I'm going to slowly get there. You know what I mean? Safely and securely lifting at home on my own with wooden marble floors. Where I can't risk any kind of weight issues. Impression of Jones moaning and groaning while taking some huge black pipe up the back passage. Just that noise that he made. Thoughts on MMA guru Simon Feck? Bro has a mask on with your face and it's a bunch of monitors recording him facing the camera. Shit looks disturbing as fuck. Yeah, I've got people making realistic face masks of me as well. He's got like a mask, like a paper mask. I don't really care. But I don't know. I haven't seen that. But that's one. But I saw another guy. Other people sent me Instagram. They're making like clay models of my face at home. There's some weirdos out there for sure. I've got a bit of a cult following. Impression of Tom tipping your wheelchair over. Watch out, mate. Think fast. What are you doing, mate? I'm not in a wheelchair, though, but thank you. Just create your own routine. I know, dude. That's what I'm doing. I like it, dude. It works for me. Where do you... Thank you for the gifted membership, Harlan Sim. Guru, do you think there's still a chance... Do you think there's still a chance, Aiden McMurray, thank you. Do you think there's still a chance in the UFC for a kid with no background experience in MMA and only just started training at 20? Peep the profile picture. GSP with 3 women in the hot tub with him. Chance in the UFC for a kid with no background experience in MMA and only just started training at 20? I mean, this is the fucking response to that, dude. If you really are working to make it in MMA, you wouldn't be looking for permission in my live chat to do it. So you probably won't ever make it, I'll be real. Thank you for the $5. You'd just be doing it as a hobby. If you really had the grind and the love of the game to make it in MMA. You'd already be doing it and you'd be doing it every day anyway. So, I don't know. Asking the MMA guru if you're going to be good enough to be a champion is probably like the worst base for becoming an MMA champion, if that's what it takes to get you to commit to it. You should be in the gym already. You know what I mean? If you really have what it takes. Thank you for the 5. Just answer his question. I mean, you could. But, I don't know. Not sounding likely so far, brother. Best of luck. Do something, you know what I mean? You got to do something. Jan Blachowicz is a fucking Chad, though, and he watches. Who watches? He watches anime? Yeah, I guess so. Don't give it a 2. Or he watched it when he was young. I don't know. He's already succeeded in life, so he can watch it, you know what I mean? But if you've got nothing going on for yourself and you're still sat there at home every day watching anime, then maybe you should change it up a little bit. The more Tom... I guess we'll find out. After JDM smashes Bilal, who would be hard fights for him? I think he would fuck up Ian Gary and Shavkat. I don't know about the others. After JDM smashes Bilal, which will happen. Hard fights for him. Buckley's difficult, but I think he could win. But Buckley is difficult for him. Buckley's going to be problems for the division, dude. He might be the great black hope of combat sports at the moment. Joaquin Buckley. Who would be also difficult for him? Makhachev moving up. I think Makhachev would give problems to the division if he moved up. I don't know. It depends. Don't give it a 5. I actually think Shavkat is problems, but I still would pick him to win. I think Shavkat lost a ton of aura. Thoughts on the UK issuing travel bans on the USA? Is the UK cooked? I also want to see that nose of yours. You know I'm not a big fan of the schmo. Thoughts? I mean, the gimmick got old really fast, but he still does interviews. Like, he's doing his thing. But the gimmick did get old really fast, I think. I'll give it a $2. Yes or no, chat? The gimmick almost became like a hindrance to the interview than it did benefiting it. At first, like, the fighters, like... that no one cared about, he could do a good interview with him because he would be the theme of it. But nowadays, it's like we're actually trying to hear a proper conversation with the fighters, man. And you're just yapping on some bullshit, you know? Do you not move to the US? Like, it becomes at first, I was like, this is a really cool gimmick for the interviews. But in the schmo, it sort of became a thing, like it's a disguise for him just not being a very good interviewer, in a way. He's asking the same questions, the generic shit. He's just fucking, oh, how we doing? You know? Do not move. If he would have steered it into more of like a Nardwuar territory where he actually got information on them and asked around and he could use that. But he just sort of left it at like, how we doing? How's the training been? You know what I mean? Do not move to the US Midwest. These last muscles. Thank you for the $5. Is Dana intentionally making the UFC shit to get out of the ESPN deal or something? They are making fumble after fumble. Has been downhill since 2016. Yes, I feel like they are. They might even be saving Jones Aspinall for the fucking ESPN deal to run out. I wouldn't even be surprised. Even though it was like when they first started delaying it, it was like a year away. I still thought that could be a fucking potential thing. Isn't the ESPN deal running out soon and they're thinking of signing to Netflix? I could see them being like, let's hold this fight back. Same with Topuria Makhachev. And then have it booked going into the Netflix negotiations, maybe. I don't know. That's the only way it could redeem them as a company. You know what I'm saying? You want to. Is Dana intentionally making the UFC shit? I've already read it. I've got Alzheimer's. Prime Tony versus Dustin. Dustin. Thank you for the 2. Too good of a finisher after rocking an opponent, and Ferguson got rocked a lot. You see James Lynch with Bautista talking about you? No, I didn't see that. I should do though, right? Why does no one tell me about these things? These things used to get told to me immediately. Impression of Paddy. UFC's Mario Bautista reacts to MMA Guru's 10k bounty to KO him unconscious. Oh god, what is this? Oh dear. Oh no, dude. Let me give a reaction to this.
I know you got a lot of backlash after your last fight with Jose Aldo. Did it get worse beyond our last interview? Because I think we talked a couple days after, and it seemed like people kept going on about it.
Impression of Paddy and Aspinall arguing over the last night. Lad, stop fucking stealing me slices, lad.
For that whole situation.
You know what? I'm
fucking
having the pepperoni, man.
But it has lasted a long time. I feel like I still get...
Thoughts on Wilfred Meneja being signed to GFL? I'm not saying the surname. I had to pronounce it that way. Very smart.
Like first month or so. But yeah, it's still ongoing.
And just last thing on that, because I don't think we talked. Like, I think I found about this after our interview. But did you hear about who MMA Guru is? He's been on O'Malley's podcast.
I like Lynch.
He had apparently a $10,000 bounty for some fighter to knock you unconscious. Were you aware of this?
Yeah, I didn't know who MMA Guru was
Listening to
until after
Mario
that
Bautista now.
fight. So now it's
53,
pretty crazy,
54,
to have a little
55.
bounty on me. So I don't know. Maybe if that time comes, he's gonna have to really pay up. But
Do you think you should get something in return if someone doesn't knock you out? I think you should get some money back the other way. I think that's only fair.
yeah, if someone doesn't do it, maybe you should give me at least half of it or all of it or something.
There you go.
I ain't giving you half the fucking bounty if you beat Marlon Vera, Mario Bautista. It ain't fucking happening. All right? This is one-way traffic, dude. This is a one-way hit. Piles of poo stacked for miles. Quite putrid. Fart. Okay. Sing some of that Chandler 5. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Some shit like that. What do you think of Corey versus Figure? I just answered this a few seconds ago. I think MMA Guru, do you remember? Not fair enough. MMA Guru, do you remember when you cried like a little bitch on stream in front of all the people? I didn't cry though. I got emotional and choked up a bit, but I never cried. Like tears didn't come out of my eyes or anything like that. And I didn't go, ugh. I just went, and give me a second. And I recomposed myself like a man. That's the truth. Thank you for the 2. Which underrated UFC cards? About 12. Dropping that gas on Gene. All right, guys, calm down. No one mentioned Leon almost got finished by Diaz. He did. And you know what? He had a competitive fight with Donald fucking Cerrone as well. But then again, Brady nearly got fraud checked by Michael Chiesa. Chat, imagine going to hospital. Imagine Sean Brady sitting there in hospital with his nose on the other side of his face. And the nurse is asking him, so how did you break your nose? And he's got to say with a straight face, Michael Chiesa put hands on me. With a straight face in hospital. He's got to say that to the nurse. Michael Chiesa put hands on me. It's like a prison, what are you in for meme, you know what I mean? And Bilal, yeah, but it was Chiesa that did it first. He's got to say that to the fucking hospital. Michael Chiesa put hands on me. Busted me up badly. Shattered my nose. That's kind of tough. Thoughts on Japanese fighter? Oh, thank you for the $5, but you wouldn't want to do it. Does Leon have staff? Does this change your choice? No, I think he's levels above it, Brady. You see they added Ngannou to Assassin's Creed? Oh, yeah, I know, but don't complain about, like, the new version of games. Like, if they want to make the new shit version of games, the ones with all, like, the black people in, taking all the other people's roles and stuff like that, then let it happen, you know what I mean? History will remember. Like, I don't know why people complain about that so much. Let them. They're the shit versions of games. They'll never hold a fucking candle to the classics, and people will very obviously see why in hindsight. Like, it's just like, come on, man. Stop complaining about that shit and make your own games and make them based. That's what I would do. I thought the MMA media was and lame and fucking soy and liberal, so I made my own YouTube channel, dude. That's why I actually had the thought to start when they were sort of having this problem with Covington's marketing when he was coming up to fight RDA. Just do something of your own in that field. You know what I mean? Put your mind to it, man. Sick whining, dude. Sick of white people whining about shit like that. You see, they added Ngannou to Assassin's Creed. I just read it again. I've got Alzheimer's. Tell Paddy to do a Hap impression and stare downs. At stare downs. Gee, man. Y'all looking in my eyes, man. Some shit like that, maybe, yeah. Impression of Conor getting his gooch shaved on the White House Live. That's it, Trump, yeah? Get your fucking streamer down there, me. You know what I mean? Now you're telling woke. I'm not, dude. Make your own games and make them based. Quit yapping. Get in the industry and be based and build your own fucking company and get millions. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Do some shit. Stop whining about it on Twitter. You just get rage baited anyway. That's why they fucking do it. Honestly. That's honestly why they do it. Just rage baiting white people. It's true. I'm a grifter. I'm based, but it's not the worst to take, dude. They're just rage baiting you. Is constipation the best base of a Roblox build? It might just be. God, blimey me! Look at that shape on him here, yeah? It might just be, dude. I'm feeling 25.5-inch wide shoulder span. I'm getting there, dude. I'm trying to hit 27. Okay? Bum, 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 bum. Crying does nothing. I know crying does nothing. Fix the problem.